Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a little browsing. We are going to go over a few of my recent favorites from H&M's Spring Summer collection. I have been finding some really good gems online and my cart is kind of exploding. So let's go over it together. We'll decide what is worth it, what is not. But just so you know, most of these pieces are classic basics that will make your life easier. So they are not the trendy pieces, they are not the weird kind of disposable items that you never wear more than one season. These are pieces that can be styled in many different ways. They have a good blend of natural materials, so you know they'll be comfortable to wear, especially during the really hot spring summer months, and they just have a classic timeless feel to them. So doesn't look too young, doesn't look cheap. They are really checking all the boxes for me. Apologies if I'm looking down, my computer's right here, so I am looking at the pieces as we speak. And there's also a fan right in front of me, so if you see me just messing with my hair, it's because the wind kind of glues my hair to my lip gloss, which is one of the most annoying things that can happen on camera. So excuse me for that. Hopefully in the future we can find a better setup for these videos. But without further ado, let's begin with this gorgeous shirt dress in this sort of army green color that is fantastic. I love army green because I think that it is neutral enough that it's easy to style, but it's still a little pop of color in a more neutral wardrobe. So you get that feeling of color without doing too much. A shirt dress is a total must-have in a spring-summer wardrobe for me. I think it's the type of dress that has an easy silhouette to pull off, but given that it has the color, given that it has a bit more structure in its shape, it does look more sophisticated, a little bit more elegant. It's also great for styling. So here you can see that the model is wearing it with the belt that it comes with, which I would not wear. I think this belt does not do the dress justice, but imagine wearing this with kind of a designer belt or with a beautiful leather, very upscale belt. It would totally transform the look and the base would automatically be elevated as well. So it just shows you the power of styling. You could pair this with some flat sandals given that it is knee length. This model is super tall. I think for us normal people it would hit around the knees. You could also pair this with wedges, with high heels. You could wear this to the office for a more formal type of setting, or you could throw this on during a trip or going to the beach. I just love shirt dresses. It is also a blend of cotton and linen, so you know you're getting that breathability from it, making it super appropriate and a must-have for this spring summer. On the topic of dresses, I love this. It might be a little bit much for some with the print, but I think it looks so cute. If the background of the print was sort of a yellow and if the stripes were in a black, I would probably not like it as much, but given that you have the beige background with the kind of charcoal print over it, I think makes it a bit more muted and a bit more elegant as well. Trapeze dresses are the easiest thing to throw on if you want that kind of Riviera 1960 vibe with maybe a scarf on your hair, a little raffia bag, perhaps some flat sandals. It just looks so effortless yet so charming. The little ties around the shoulders also add a fun detail. They also have it in kind of this bubblegum pink, which I would have to see it for myself live, but I do think that the animal print gives it a bit of a zhuzh, a bit of an extra added detail that with the simple silhouette, it really helps bring it to life. And on the topic of prints, I have seen H&M do this print this season in a lot of different styles and I just love it. Clearly, I'm a fan of the combination of cobalt blue and white. I think it is a classic, reminds me of Greece, reminds me of Portuguese styles. It just has that high summer vibe that I think looks great on anyone, any skin color, any hair color. It really adds a flavor of resort to a look, and in a simple shirt dress it just takes it to a whole new level. This is beautiful because it is in a midi as well, so you see a lot of that print, adds movement to the skirt. I love how she styled it here with the flats and a braid. I think this low braid for spring summer, once you're out of the sea or out of the pool, looks so chic. So chic with the little sash belt. Beautiful. You could also, again, just like the first shirt dress, you could totally style this to take it up a notch. So perhaps taking out the sash belt and adding a metallic belt, throw on some block-heeled sandals, add a little necklace. You could totally go out to dinner with this and look spectacular. This is the type of basic from H&M and from fast fashion in general that I love buying bulk of. A simple t-shirt that perhaps looks a little blah. I talk about this constantly, so broken record, that should be my middle name. But with a few design details, it just turns into something so much more interesting. And in this case, we're talking about the boat neck and the kind of shorter cap sleeves. It just looks so much more charming than a simple white t-shirt. It would look much more appropriate and dressed up if you wanted to pair this with a sarong skirt, if you wanted to pair this with some capri or cigarette pants, if you wanted to pair this with linen trousers, if you wanted to add perhaps a midi skirt that is in an A-line, the lines would look a bit more cohesive, and the fact that you have that different silhouette would really help with that. They have it in a bunch of different colors, and I would probably get one of each. It's just that easy top. Whenever you have a more intricate, kind of more complicated bottom, you throw on one of these and it looks put together magically. How stunning is this shade of green. I think this is what they call a Kelly green on this dress. This is divine. Just the power of knowing the exact shade and what it does for you is unmatched. If this was a tinge colder or a tinge warmer, it wouldn't be as gorgeous as it is. I love that it is all pleated, so really adds movement, adds texture to the dress. It has sort of gathered balloon sleeves, which again add that more romantic feel with the scooped neckline. It's a midi, so you could wear this with sort of a mid heel or even a high heel, even platforms to make it a little bit cooler. It's a very simple dress that could be made into something stunning. If you have, for instance, a casual beach wedding and you want to throw this on with a necklace or with some statement earrings, just fantastic. This little blouse is so darling. I just love the silhouette of this. I don't have anything like this in my closet. It just reminds me of something that Maria from The Sound of Music might have worn in the best way possible, with the little bow around the collar, with the little gathered sleeves, with the detailing of the paneling around the collar. It gives you that freedom of movement and also has a perfect length if you want to pair this with some shorts and some driving loafers or with some, again, flat sandals. It's a linen and cotton blend, so it will be really that fresh thing that you throw on in the morning and you don't feel like it's going to bake you in it during the day. They also have it in a sort of dusty green that I think is beautiful, but I am very partial to the white. I have been on the lookout for spacious bags that are light colored for summertime, but that are not too big. I hate big bags. I think they can look very overwhelming on my figure. And I found this kind of bucket, kind of string bag. It just looks so cute. It has this cream shade that I think allows it to be worn with white with pastels, with prints, like with vibrant prints, and it would look cohesive and not too stark. I love the little chain detail on the handle. It has that little pouch detail on the closure that also makes it a bit less formal and less structured, so just great for going on vacation. I don't like complicated bags. This one seems simple with a very straightforward design, but with enough detail to make it interesting. I have a lot of jewelry from H&M. It's a treasure trove if you know what you're looking for, if you have an idea in your mind of what type of aesthetic you like. This is a perfect example of something to add to my collection. It is asymmetric stud earrings in this sort of organic shape. It's big enough that it's noticeable. It's not huge that it's complicated to wear or uncomfortable. I love that it has the shape of a coin kind of medallion earring, but it still has that more natural lines to it, so it makes it a bit more interesting. Also, if you are scared of going into fast fashion and buying jewelry that it's going to look cheap, a surface that is a little bit more faceted, a little bit more textured will hide the fact that you're not buying solid gold and will automatically make it look a little bit more expensive, a little bit more elevated. This one is also stunning. I am a sucker for shell-shaped, kind of under the sea, maritime element type of jewelry for spring summer. I just feel like a Greek goddess coming out of the sea whenever I'm wearing them. And this is a perfect example. It's a little bit more statement, so this would look great with just like how the model is wearing here, with your hair pulled back, with very simple makeup, perhaps showing a bit of your décolletage or a bit of shoulder. Just adding that more visible earring is so effective, can give you a glamorous yet understated result, which I think is what we all love on this channel. This is the perfect scarf to wear with that dress, the trapeze dress, on your head. This is from their premium collection. So usually their premium collection will have really good materials. And this is it. It's 100% silk for 35 bucks, which I think is very fair. Of course, the production and the quality of the silk is not going to be amazing, but it will give you that touch and feel, that sort of draping that silk gives. I love the color. I think this pearly white with the sort of dark red border is a very interesting color combination. It will travel really well from spring, summer to fall, winter, because that red is a little bit on the maroon side. So would look gorgeous with a navy, would look gorgeous with a brown, but also goes really well with spring, summer colors. Everybody needs a scarf in their wardrobe. It's just a fact of life. This is it, everyone. These are the pieces that I have added to my cart. A few of them I could buy, a few of them I would have to wait for the baby to be born. But I do think that many of these silhouettes are very forgiving, very easy to adapt to many body shapes. If you have any pieces from H&M that you have been drooling over, share them down in the comments below so that we can add them to our wish list as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we'll see each other again next time. Bye bye.